Hello. Welcome in, everybody. How you guys doing tonight? Hello. Oh, let's see who's in here. Amanda, who is a new member, but she says new member, but we know she's been a member for a while. Hey, Sherry, welcome in. Hey, Spiritual Bear, how you guys doing? Hey, Jenna, honey. Yes. Hey, Foxy Fun. Let's see. Hey, Karen, how are you doing? Hey, CJ Mac. Hey, Frosty, honey, how are you? Hey, Charlie Girl. Let's see. Hi, Earth Angel. How are you doing? Hey, Kelly. How are you? Hi, Get to Know. How you guys doing tonight? Hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the intro. Oh, thank you. Thank you for liking my intro. Look at that. I'm already tongue-tied and I haven't started yet. I still haven't put the carpet down under here yet. So if I keep sliding and look like I got ants in my pants, it's because my floor is uneven. So it doesn't stay still. No, I do already, but this keeps rolling back all the time. So I'm always like trying to readjust myself. Look, I already feel it rolling. I try to hold on to it sometimes so I don't go anywhere. I see Mother Nature is off her meds again. It's freaking cold. I know, Rhonda. So, Rhonda, we supposed to get snow. I heard we're supposed to get snow. And I'm like, no. It's April. It's supposed to be spring. But it does happen sometimes. Hey, Shining, how are you? Can you guys? Oh, your little man fell asleep after a real good meds. Please send prayers for Relevant Glitz and Glam. Her little man ended up having to have surgery today. He went to the ER last night and he ended up having to have the procedure done. Well, it was surgery and to get something fixed. And it sounds like he's off to sleep now. So please send some good healing vibes so he gets back to his preteen self. It was kind of a shocker for them. It's not my business to say what's going on, but if she wanted to say in chat, she can. But either way, her little man has surgery early this morning, and I'm glad he's asleep. What's funny is we were on the phone with her late last night. It was like 3 a.m. And he's all excited because they're just getting him into his room. And what did he say? He said something about, I like it here because he's at the children's hospital, obviously. And, everybody that knows Shining or Relevant Glitz and Glam knows she has a very big family. She's adopted many children and she's had many children of her own. I think she has like 12 kids altogether, right? 12 kids. So no, that's not including all the fosters that she's had. So having the TV to yourself is a really big deal. And he absolutely loved having control of that remote and be able to watch whatever he wanted. It was so adorable. And then he tried saying he was going to pull an all-nighter. Yeah, so he had surgery this morning. So I'm sure he's sleeping good now. Hey, Black Widow, how are you doing? How you all doing? Thank you guys for sending her prayers and a little man some strength. So he'll jump back to his energetic self in no time. But anyway, so tonight what we're going to do is, so I did do a live like a year ago about past lives, which I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that video I got an actual strike on because I played a couple minutes of somebody else's content. It is what it is. But anyways, I played somebody else's content and I got a strike, not a warning, not anything. I got my first and only strike. I tried to rebuttal it. And you want to know what the reply back to me was? So you think it's okay to take people's content? I was like, but I was reviewing it. But anyways, not a big deal. But so that live was talking about mostly children who's had past life experiences, that they came into this world remembering their past lives in great details. Some people remember their names, their parents' names, where they lived, right down to great detail. And there's so many wonderful stories about it. I don't even know if I have that live up because I was struck on it actually. So I probably don't. If I do, I'll find it and put it under here, but I don't remember if I do. Or maybe I was able to take out that whole segment. I don't remember. That whole segment was 7 minutes, but if I remember correctly. Oh, Rhonda says, snow is a dirty word. Stands for stuff no one wants. Snow is beautiful, but not when it's April and you want sunshine and flowers to start growing.
Relevant said he did pull an all-nighter.
Yeah, see, he did pull it on. Well, he's not right now. What did you end up having for dinner? Because I know you said in Jenna's live, I think he was getting ready to order or something. So I'm curious, did you even make it to dinner? I know that little man was starving too. So, what was I saying? See, squirrel brain happens. So anyhow, so this live is a little bit different, okay? And the reason why this live is different is we're not going to be discussing other people's past life and experiences that they had. We're going to talk about what past life regression is, what the purpose can be for it, and maybe then I want to try to get us into a meditation. I'll try. So at the end, I'll get us into a meditation that hopefully you guys will be able to maybe experience a past life you might have possibly have had. Oh, Kelly said the winter's so strong here. I told my husband I expected the roof to go. Ooh, yeah, I heard across the United States has been some wonky weather. A lot of tornadoes and crazy winds and stuff. Oh, hamburger, pizza, carrots, ranch with chocolate ice cream with a Powerade. Well, that sounds really pretty good to me. I have pork chops. They're good pork chops, though. I can't complain, but not as good as hamburger and pizza with carrots and ranch, and chocolate ice cream. And you know what? I love Powerade, blue Powerade to be exact. I like any juice that's blue, and I don't like the red that much or the yellow. So, anyway, so that's what we're going to do today. How many people in here believe in past lives? I mean, it's okay if you don't. I'm not going to be offended. How many people here believe in past lives? Just curious. And
I do.
Mama Dara says, and if you believe in past life, do you know what your past life was? I know a couple of mine. Obviously, before I taught past life regression, I went through a few of my own. So I know 3 of them I did found out during a meditation. And one of them I just know. I've always known. I've always known what it is. And that was my life really just before this one. Hey, Glenda, how you doing, sweetheart? Oh, Karen, you believe in it, or have you know what your past life is? Oh, there's a new person.
Up where they blocked Mexican.
They blocked. Well, then they're not new if they blocked them.
No.
Oh, hi, Gail. How are you? Oh, you know, I didn't put it on my phone. Welcome in, welcome in. Frosty's like, I'm unsure. You know, I think, did I do the live about Akashic Records yet? I know we talked about it. And I was thinking, oh, shoot, you know what? I probably should have done that live first, but it's not that big of a deal. I believe, but I have no idea what it was. Okay. So hold on. Let me get this up and we'll talk a little bit about it. I'm not going to get in depth as I normally, no, I usually don't. I talk about it and then we go into meditation and the class is like 2 hours, you know. The meditation ain't all that long. It seems a lot longer than you think if you're able to meditate. Hey, Amanda Wolf said, hi, for April things. I've been so wanting to speak with you. You did a reading for me and it was so spot on. It didn't make sense, but 2 weeks later it happened and now we're still living it. Oh, I hope, I don't know if it was good or not. I hope, I mean, it's good that if that was correct. No, I hear that a lot though. Come in. I hear that a lot though, that sometimes I do readings and people like, that makes no damn sense to me. And then within a couple weeks, they'll say, yeah, it happened. So, you know, usually it's if it that's why a lot of times say if it hasn't happened yet, it's just about to happen. Hold on one second. My granddaughter's in here. Hold on. My granddaughter wants $2. I'm like, I only have 75 cents. And so she's like, I'll take it. You said, please don't sign contracts. And I called my husband and he said, okay, but we have nothing going. Then we signed to get our kitchen done. And the lady took 10K from us and we are stuck. Oh my gosh. Small claims only lets you get 6.5. So, can you, now I've heard about this, but I don't know anything about anything like that. So I heard that you can take them back to court again, but you have to do it like under something else to try to get the rest of your money. I don't know. Maybe you can talk to a lawyer or something about it. That is absolutely horrific. That's a lot of money. Hey, Indica, sweetheart, how you doing? I'm really sorry that it happened, Amanda. I'm very, very sorry, sweetie. So what was I going to say? I don't know, y'all. I'll just start where I was. We had the live before about, all right. So we know that we've heard stories. All of us had heard stories about past lives we have. Now, yes, I absolutely do believe in past life regression because some of the experiences that I've had.
Oh my God.
What?
She said.
To hire a lawyer, it was 10K retainer, right? Gosh, I really believe in you so much. Oh, thank you, Amanda, honey. Thank you. I am so, oh my gosh, that is horrible. What a nightmare. And that's why some people end up getting away with it, because some people are like, I don't have the money to sue them, because it's sometimes you do it because it's a principle, but in the long run, it's still a no-win situation regardless. And if 6.5 thousand is a cap, that means you can't sue them for the attorney, right? Too. I don't know anything about that. Keep doing it. I'm here to listen. Sorry to distract. Oh no, Amanda, you're fine. Girl, I have squirrel brain. If you didn't speak, somebody would have said hi, and I probably would have forgot what I was saying anyways, went on a tangent. Anybody knows me knows how I am. So anyways, yes, I do believe in past lives. I do know a couple of my past lives. The reason why some people want to go through past life regression is, one, they're curious, right? They're curious if they've had one, and maybe what experience they happened in the past life. You can, because your soul remembers, okay? And I say this all the time. Our soul lives within this vessel, okay? And this vessel is temporary. So when somebody passes over, their soul crosses over. I mean, their soul is still alive and still has thought and is still learning. And so one of the reasons why we have many lives is for a couple reasons. One of them is so then that way we can experience different situations, and that's how we're able to ascend and be able to grow spiritually, right? We do forget a lot when we come to our soul body, but some of us don't. Some of us are still tapped and connected. I think everybody can figure out and find out who they are if they really wanted to. And some people naturally just know. All right. And the thing is, each life we pick, okay, sometimes we have to replay the same life over and over again until we get it. All right. But each life that we pick is still with us when we leave this vessel, when we cross over. All right. So when we go into a next life and pick a life again, sometimes people wait hundreds of years before they go into the next life. And sometimes it's right away, like bloop. All right, I'm going right back in again. So, and what happens is you end up taking part of your old life into the new life subconsciously, and you don't even know it. All right. So a lot of times when people have fears and certain anxieties, or keep repeating the same situation over and over again, it could be part of the past life that you had before. Like say, somebody's terrified of spiders and you have no reason why, but your phobia is extra strong. It could be possibly because in a past life, you were bit by a spider and you have that fear. My daughter, my youngest daughter, was born with a scar on her face, an X right here. X. It looks like a little scar, looks like, like it had a scratch mark here, but she's had her whole life across and looks like a scar. Don't know why or where it came from, but she was born with it. And I can guarantee you that she got it from a past life. Okay. For the reason, whatever, I don't know. She did. Amy, you ever look at her face? She has a scar right here in her cheek.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she was born with it. So,
Why did you hit her?
I did hit her. Mama, don't start that rumor here on these streets.
Yeah, people just love to lie.
Yeah. So anyhow, so yes. So that's why some people they'll say that. Hey Milani. Oh, my other granddaughter's in here. May's like, what's the matter? Oh, you want to say hi? But May's busy, okay? You can say hi.
Hi.
All right, give me kisses. Goodbye. See you later. You gotta go.
Love you.
I love you.
Where's Mommy?
See you later, alligator.
Mwah. Bye, baby.
Bye bye, Mama.
Mwah.
Love you.
Love you too.
You.
All right.
Oh, you wanted? Is it yours?
Yeah, that's for mine.
Wait, does mommy know you have this?
No. Mom, why?
It's
yours?
Milani's? Okay.
Why would Mom have to know?
Oh, wait a minute. You got that's on there. You got to ask Papa, honey. Go ask
Right,
Papa.
we can't do it.
All right. Sorry about that. It'll probably happen again. Hey, Kendra. I got here in time for the sweetness. What?
It's almost the same.
Oh, it's almost the same color as Grandma's nails, huh?
Yeah.
All right, go see Papa. I gotta go. I'm gonna lock the door, okay?
Don't lock that door on me.
Yes, we
No, I
are.
got it. I love you. I have to lock the door, honey. Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.
She lives right downstairs, so
Oh my gosh.
she thinks this house is part of her house downstairs, which is
Yeah.
fine. My other granddaughter
Like
did the
when
same
you're in
thing.
bed and she comes running
Oh
up.
yeah, when she wakes up more, sometimes she sneaks upstairs and comes in bed and cuddles with me. That's okay.
Okay.
So, what was I gonna say? Do you see what I mean? Oh, so anyhow, I don't remember exactly where I was, but I'll just keep going. I told y'all I'm probably gonna get distracted all night. I can't help it. It's my life. We got a big family, and family, of course, is the most important thing ever. So with past life, some of us bring that over, just like if you have a random birthmark that just looks odd and weird. And if people have had past life regressions, will end up finding out the reason why they have that birthmark. Sometimes birthmark is just a birthmark, but sometimes that could indicate something tragic that happened in your past life that your soul remembers that's carrying on with you today. I'm going to tell you something else that's really important too. Is that that I believe, okay, that most of us are soul connected. Everybody's crossed paths at some point or another, okay, for something major or something minor. And I also feel that a lot of our family are when we have our past lives and we do different lives, our soul recognizes people we were in a past life with. All right. So when people will say, oh, I'm looking for my soulmate, but we've lived many past lives. That means we have many soulmates. Who's to say my mother today wasn't my child someday? We were cousins, or I was married to her. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we're connected in so many ways. And when you live so not only do we all of us are connected in some way, and we end up finding each other back again in this life for different reasons, because we acknowledge and recognize each other. We also carry on some of the same features. Okay, so each lifetime you do carry on some of those features with you from the time before. So I am always curious. You ever see like somebody shows a photo of somebody that's famous, and then they'll show one from like, I don't know, couple 100 years ago, and they look like the exact same. Who's to say that could have been them in that past life and they're reincarnated again? I don't know. I don't have proof in that, but I have heard that people found out who they were in a past life and they went looking for them, and you can see the similarities from what they look like then to what they are today. So I do think all of us are connected in a soul space. So if you ever look up the Akashic records, you can find out how we're all connected. Everybody, everything is all connected, and that's my belief. That's my belief. Let me read some of your comments.
See what Mexican wrote?
What did you write? I'm sure he's causing problems. Hey, Brenda Love, how you doing? Hey, Tat Jack, welcome in. Sorry if anybody came in, I didn't and I didn't notice in your comments. It's because I get distracted easy, so I was trying not to look.
He says, I'm coming out of the closet.
Oh, I believe the same, and it's there for a reason, so we can learn and heal our hearts, so we don't have to make the same error. Exactly. But sometimes, we don't learn our lesson from the past life, so we have to come in here and try to learn again, and that's okay. And that's part of your soul self to be able to grow. All right. So sometimes we pick good lives, but sometimes we pick not so good lives, you know. And like I said, I do know a couple of mine. I do. Actually, my very first past life experience I had, I was Native American, about 13, 14. I'm lucky if I was even 14. I ended up having to marry a man. I mean, I can even see where the landscape was. It was up on a mountain, but flat, rocky mountain that was part grass. It was on a mountain, but flattened in that area. So a lot of the rock was it was flat. And then we didn't have like crisscross teepees. We had like dome teepees, and it was winter going into spring. So I'm guessing it was around March, April ish, and we had like hand woven blankets that were getting thrown on the tarps. I don't know, to dry or something. I don't really remember exactly. And I remember that that I ended up having to marry. I didn't have no children of my own, but I ended up having to marry a man whose wife had passed away, and the man I had to partner, I don't know if it was an actual marriage, it was now my husband, was a lot older. He was a lot older, and his wife had passed. And I think it had something to do with the weather, actually, the reason why they passed. But anyways, I ended up having his children, like now his children are my children, and I had to take care of them. And I know that I was taking care of, I think it might have been my mom or something that was sick in a different area. And I think the room that I was in, I mean, there's children sitting on the floor and stuff, and there was a bunch of stuff around. But I think that was like the cooking area, if that makes sense, but that wasn't the sleeping area. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's kind of how it seemed. I think my granddaughter just got caught coming up here.
Your sister's
Huh?
Mia's here too.
Oh, Mia's here too. Yeah. Hi, Iris. I got my Akashic records and I looked up stuff. So so should I ask how we are all connected and see what I get from an answer? Absolutely, Lori. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think all of us, everybody comes in life for a reason. Okay. For one reason or another, whether it's a blip in time. You ever bump into somebody, it could be out public somewhere, and they say something to you that was profound and it stuck with you for the rest of your life. Like that 3-minute encounter changed your whole entire life. All right, for the good or for the bad. Everybody's in your life for a reason. I truly, truly, truly do believe that.
Well, how about the people that you see and you know them for some
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah. No, because your soul self connects with people. And my mother's right. You ever just meet somebody and you guys seem to hit it off like that? You just connect right away. And you just felt like you've known them forever. And you probably did. It's probably your soul self. Okay. And so like I said, it could end up being a best friend, it could end up being your spouse. You know what I'm saying? But people are connected in many different ways. And I think everybody is put in their life for either a short period of time or a long period of time for a reason. And it's all part of our journey and our stepping stone in life, in this life. Okay. So with that being said, is now, remember I said we have a little bit of our same looks, and how in each life, that a lot of our family comes with us. You know, we find each other in each life. Well, when I was in this tent, and there was mostly boys. Actually, I don't remember too many girls. It was mostly boys. Anyways, I happened to look down at one of the children that was sitting on the floor playing. And when the child turned around and looked at me, it looked exactly like my daughter, my oldest daughter. I mean, just because I'm a female now doesn't mean I've always been a female. Actually, I know I wasn't. But And she turned and looked at me, and in my past life regression, I started crying because I recognized her, but she was a little boy, had the same facial features. If you met my daughter, well, she is half Mexican, so um, she's pale, but she kind of has like a round face,
Whoops.
and it wasn't as flat as it is now, because in the past life it was a little flatter, it was more the native look. But she still looks very, very similar, and I recognized her right away. I believe shaming children will create instant change. Absolutely. But last a lifetime when not corrected or owning it. No, that's 100% true. Earth Angel said, I also believe everything happens for a reason, and we might not understand it at the time, but we will eventually do. Exactly. No, I truly believe that. I also believe that we all have many tragic things happen in our lifetime, right? And they're all life experiences. We don't, like Earth Angel said, we don't understand it now, and it was horrible at the time. But down the road, and sometimes it's years down the road, we end up getting it. It might take years for us to get it, but we eventually get it, and we learn from it, and we can take something from it, no matter how traumatic it is. All right. And I also believe that we also have a free will and a choice in our life, how we're going to be able to handle each situation too. Okay. Because we have free will to live the way we want. All right. If you're living in a repetitive pattern over and over again, and you can't figure why you can't keep, why you keep picking the same type of people, picking the same kind of friends and the same kind of pattern over and over again. Only one that can change at the end of the day is you. Okay. So that's some lesson there in this lifetime that you haven't learned yet, that you came here to learn. And that's just my belief. All right. So the main reason that a lot of us want to connect, well, our past life is, one, curiosity. We're just curious. And second of all, it's to really see if we can heal our soul trauma that we've had in the past, that we might have carried with us, that we don't understand today. Why we have certain fears that we do. And I do believe that's even today we can recognize some of our past lives. Like, we could have dreamed about them and maybe didn't know it was a past life we were dreaming about. Usually happens more when you're younger, not so much when you get older. Okay. Because society tells you have to believe, think, feel, walk, and talk a certain way. So we kind of lose that innocence. So it's a little easier for children, but we can dream about past lives and not understand, like, why are we dreaming something like that? You probably had a little blip of your past life in there. All right. So pay attention to the children that are around you too, and really listen to what you say. I remember my nephew Thunder, when he was little, he was toddler age, and he was pointing up to the air on an aircraft, and he was saying that he was in a plane that died before, but it was like a military style plane, and he was in the military, and now he's out of it. But he said that when he was little, and he would not have known anything about it. I can't, this was years ago, so I can't tell you exactly what he said at that point, but he insisted that he was in the service and passed away in the plane. He said what kind it was, but I don't remember now. Oh, hey, Andrea, how you doing, love? How you doing, sweetheart? Oh, my granddaughter's going to try sneaking on in. Hi, Kelly. I don't remember if I said hi to you or not. If I didn't earlier, I'm sorry. Oh, hello.
You can't.
She's like, come, let me come in. I'm Milani.
What's the matter?
Where's mommy?
Mommy downstairs.
Mommy's downstairs.
Yep.
Oh, honey, Mommy's busy. Where's Papa?
Papa downstairs. They're doing a tip.
Papa's downstairs.
Yep.
Helping mommy.
That thing's open. She's carrying it around, so be careful.
Okay, you guys sit right there and be really, really quiet. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So until they come and grab her, she can sit here with me for a minute. So we won't do we'll just keep talking for a few minutes before we get into the past life thing. I mean, because I am going to try to get you guys to go into a meditation. Okay. Gail says, do you believe we will see family who has passed before us, or if that's just a pretty story? Oh, yes, Gail. No, you definitely can. Absolutely. wait, let me reread this to make sure I got it correct. Do you believe we will see family who has passed before us, or if that's just a pretty sore? Oh no, I see people who have passed away. Your family comes around you at all times. We have our spirit guides and we have our family that stays beside us. Some of the family that comes to visit us are here to help us along our journey right now. And you probably have never met them before. But you can feel them around. If you learn how to meditate and start paying attention to your surroundings, you can probably figure out with your family around you. I'm so sorry, my granddaughter keeps coming
I
in
heard
here.
she was looking at him. I'm here laughing, saying, hello, hello.
Oh.
Can't hear you.
Lori says, I'm not able to remember all my past life regression that I had, as it was over 10 years ago, but I lived in a foreign country. Oh, nice. All right. So this is what I was going to suggest some of you guys to do. If you want to do, try to go into the meditation today that I'm going to do. It's not going to be a really full, deep one. I mean, we're going to try the best we can, but come on, we're online. We're online on a live. Okay. So the setting's a little bit different, but you can try. All right. I want you guys to try to remember what it is that you may or may not have seen, and make sure you write it down right away too. All right. And we can discuss it here afterwards also, but it's really important to write it down. So you make sure you don't forget anything. And some things might not make sense now, but will make sense later. You might go to sleep tonight and end up dreaming more about it tonight. That's not uncommon either. And not everybody can do it your first time. Not everybody can do it your first time. And that's okay. That's okay. Because sometimes we need to train our brain. It took me years because I have ADHD. It took me a long time to learn how to meditate. I'm not even kidding you. Now I can meditate, while I'm talking to you guys. You end up learning how to do that. I can do it with my eyes open. But that's a lot of years and a lot of practice. So don't feel bad if you don't get anything the first time. That's okay. That's okay. You can always try again. And if I talk you through it this time, you don't really catch too much, that's okay too. Just remember the words that I used. So when you want to go to sleep at night before you go to sleep, or if you have some quiet time to yourself, you'll have the steps to know and how to do and what to do in the meditation, so you can try it again on your own too. And there's some really good ones too on YouTube. Well, actually, I found one good one before. If I can find it again, I'll have to post it. You guys will have to remind me, and I'll post it. It's a really good guided meditation. I know I don't have the best meditative voice, but we're going to try our best. Hey, Dark Side, how you doing, love? I know. What am I going to do? It's that time of night. Dark Side, hey, Mama Dearest. Yes, meditation is so hard, but it gets easier. Yes, it does. I remember thoughts can be just that, and thoughts passing through, and we don't have to dig into all of them. Yes, and that's one thing I wanted to say too. We stress out, and this is one of the reasons why I had a hard time meditating, is because every time I was trying to meditate, thoughts would come in. That's normal. We have thoughts come in our brain, and I would try so hard to push them away. If you have an intrusive thought that, sorry, I live downtown, you're going to hear sirens. So if you have an intrusive thought come in your head while you're in a meditation, finish that thought. Just let it finish and just let it drift off, and then get right back to the spot where you're in before. If you're going to try very hard to push it away, you're going to probably snap out of that meditation. Just stay in your same state you're in. Let that thought finish and just keep on drifting by, and just get right back to where you were before. Another thing is people question, is this my imagination or not my imagination? Okay, am I just imagining this? Maybe this ain't true. I'm just imagining it. Your imagination is what helps you manifest, right? And it's help you connect. All right. So imagination is important because your imagination comes from your soul self, and it helps you connect with your third eye. So if you're wondering if you're imagining, you know what? Let your imagination go with you, because your third eye is going to tap in and take over the steering wheel. Okay. And then once you learn to meditate, you can tell the difference between imagination and fact in different times of messages you receive. So just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. Let your imagination go wild. Honestly, because like I said, your soul self is going to take the wheel. Your third eye is going to take that wheel and drive you to the message that you need to remember.
Well, if it snows or ice, it's Iris' stuff.
What?
Foxy said, Mom, it sounds like weather is bouncy, so be careful when you drive. I said, if it snows or ice, it's Iris is stuck with me here.
She can sleep on a couch.
Hello? I want the reclining bed.
No, you're gonna have the the reclining bed. Yeah, we'll kick Rob out onto the couch. Then
There you
we'll
go,
sleep in the
see?
bed. Yeah, then maybe I can actually recline on it.
Yeah.
We have a queen size reclining bed, but my husband don't like the possessions I like, so we just end up sleeping flat on it. I only get to use it once in a while.
Oh, spiritual bed.
Said my spiritual bell said my downfall in meditation, besides falling asleep, is my mind automatically gets super focused, and that's also when the things that I am angry about come up, and then the magic inside does what it wants to do. So listen, all right, so think of it this way. When you want to go into the meditation, for one, if you are meditating and fall asleep, that's okay. Even if you don't remember that meditation, your subconscious and your soul remembers it. So if you're like frustrated, like, oh no, I didn't get the answer I want, you're going to wake up one day just knowing it, having an aha moment. All right. It's not really an aha moment. Your subconscious already picked it up. You just didn't remember it. You already had it inside of you. All right. Huh?
Baines is asking for a reading.
Oh, I'm not doing a reading tonight, honey. We're talking about past life regression. So, anyways, so you're saying that when you go to do meditation, sometimes the things that you're frustrated about is what comes up?
Yeah.
All right. That's okay. That's okay. Don't push it out. Finish that thought and then get back to where you were before. Or before you go into the meditation, well, for that instinct, go through what you need to for that day to be able to release it. So just release what it is that you need to release and then get back to what it is that you want to focus. And that's okay. That's okay. If it creeps up, maybe it's something that is unresolved that your soul self is telling you, like, listen, you need to pay attention to this. You need to handle it to be able to heal from it, to be able to move on.
Gail loves it here.
Oh, Gail, thank you for coming in here. So anyways, I got distracted so much. I don't remember if I covered everything I was wanting to say. Does anybody have any questions before we do the meditation? Or understand what it is? So don't worry if you feel like you're not getting anything, or you're not really too sure if it's your first time. Just pay attention to the words, and then when you go to sleep at night, try it again, or try to find a good video, and I'll try to post one in here so you can try it again. But do try to write down. All right, we can discuss it. If anybody picked anything up, if you didn't, that's okay. I've never did a meditation like this during a live. Usually it's private and personal in a class setting, quiet, lights dimmed, So I don't know how well it's going to work out. But if you would like to do the meditation with us, you can either listen and see what you pick up from it in a quiet space.
So I need to shut the light off.
Or, no, we're not going to shut the light off. I am going to make my picture smaller, though. So then that way, I'm going to try anyways. You know what I did last time I tried to do meditation on here? I said, I'm going to take myself off the screen so then you guys won't have to see me, and you guys can just focus on the background that I have going now. Well, when I took myself off the screen, obviously I took myself off the screen. So every word I said, so I did the whole entire meditation. It was dead silence. You guys didn't hear a word I said. and everybody left. And I'm like, oh, wow, I must really, really suck. Well, nobody's going to sit there for a long period of time on dead air.
I heard it.
Yeah. My mother was right with me. She heard the whole entire meditation. And when I went back, I was like, oh my gosh, there was no meditation there. Do you think a person can have an ancient magic in them still from the past that goes dormant for a while and then starts coming
Yes.
back? Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Like magic that is much older than any known religion. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we all do. All of us. Everybody does. Everybody does. I wondered why it was so quiet. Yeah.
Somebody's out there.
Or is that magic could be a past life coming out? A past life coming out. I mean, it could, but I think we are nature connected and soul connected. Okay. I almost think it's one and the same also in the realm of things. So I don't know if it's a past life coming out. It could be an experience from a past life that's coming out. But since we're already all connected to nature from life to life, I think that's what most of it is that's coming through. Like I know one that past. Oh, another time I did a past life. It was I don't know what era it was. I'm guessing 1500s. What years did they start first building stone temples and not just living out in huts out in the middle of the woods somewhere? Because this was the first like church that was built in this town. All right, the sacred place. It was the very first one. So I don't know, like there still was no road or anything. It was all just dirt, except for this one brand new building that was put up. And it was, matter of fact, it was still empty inside, except there was one picture of a female in there. But anyways, in that past life, I was a healer. And they kept calling me something like Anja or something like that. I don't remember. And I guess that meant, I thought they were saying auntie at first, but in a different language. Except when I came out of the meditation and I told the mentor about what they were calling me, they knew exactly what that word was. And that was somebody that was respected in the community. Okay, so we were, where my little group of people I lived with were like what you'd call like the slum. Okay, we lived way out in the middle in the woods, just living literally off the land. And I was really, really old and decrepit. And I remember, like my shoes were falling apart and it was old shoes that somebody gave me because I was always barefoot. And I remember thinking to myself, like, boy, for people that don't believe in these herbs and stuff that are healing, they sure come to me and ask for me to fix everything for them. So I know what I was doing then, which isn't too far-fetched different than what I'm doing now. It's kind of the same thing, but in a different way. Okay. So it's kind of funny. And that was, I don't even know what time frame that was. I do remember the shoes I was wearing though. And they were just hideous looking. They were hideous looking. And I remember just walking in the path to get these herbs, these mixtures for people and thinking that. Okay, so Angie, I think it was Angie. I don't know. I don't remember now. Something to that effect. Let me see. So, all right. Okay, so there's a reason I asked. LOL. I have been trying to put it all together like a massive jigsaw puzzle. Yeah, make sure you write it all down. All right, so if you've had past life regression before and you're hoping to go back, because that's what I tried doing, and I'm hoping to go back to the one that I had before to get more answers. No, it doesn't always work that way. Took me to a whole different area, a whole different thought process.
Just let 'em go.
Some people will jump in their past life to different blips in time. That's okay too. I think that happened to you, right?
Oh yeah, I had like 5 or 6 of them. All
Yeah,
just
and that
popping
happened to my daughter Amy too. All right, so I'm gonna tell you something what happened to my daughter Amy, and ever since this happened to her, she stopped worrying and being obsessed with it. My daughter, since she can speak, has always thought about the Holocaust, And anytime she thought about it, she would cry obsessively. And she was like, Mom, I'm telling you, I know I was in the Holocaust and I don't know if I was bad or good. And then she was worried. I wonder if I was bad. It was so bad in school. When anytime they taught it in school, she would have a mental breakdown in class because it was gnawing at her that much that she knew somehow that that was her past life, but didn't understand what happened. So I was teaching a past life. Actually, she took 2 of them. The first time she fell asleep and woke up and didn't remember nothing. All right, so this is the second time she did it, which is fine. That's okay that it happens. So the second time she did it, this time she knew who she was in that past life. I don't remember her story exactly. She was not one of the bad people. She remembers being split up and where they were sending to, where some people were saved and some people weren't. Anyways, she remembered all that. And once she got the closure and understood what had happened in that past life, she's never obsessed about it since. Like she was obsessive about it since she was a little girl. Researching, crying. Like if you even brought it up, she would cry, having a panic attack. Like it was like she lived there at that time. It was really bad. Once she had a past life, I'm telling you, she hasn't had a problem since. I think she got to know her answers. So anyways, so that's a little bit of story of my daughter's past life that she's experienced, I think, anyways. And she ended up at that time, she ended up finding out about a different one too, which she wasn't expecting. And I said, well, it sounds like you got the answer from one and then went on to the next one. Okay. But anyways, so I just want you guys to know that I did find some copyright free music. I'm going to try to play in the background. And I just want to give you a couple tips before we go into the meditation. Try to get a notebook and pad so you can a notebook and a pen so you can try to write anything down. You can afterwards. Try, if you want to join in the meditation, try to find a comfortable place that you can sit and be able to quiet your mind down a little bit. If you can dim the lights, that's even better. And let me tell you something. The reason why it helps to dim the lights, because what's lights do? What's the sun do? It's energizing, right? And what's the darkness do? It slows you down. It relaxes you. All right. So then it quiets your mind. So you're not overactive. Your brain's not overactive. You're not overthinking. That's why it's good to dim the lights. And people are always like, oh, why do ghosts come out at night and during the day? They're out 24 hours a day. Just that your mind slows down in evening time, so you're more likely to catch them and notice them. All right, so that's why it's good. No ghosts are coming around here, just so you know. But it's good to dim the light so you can get in that state of mind. Also, when I start speaking in the meditation, ask your spirit guides. It's okay if you don't know who your spirit guides are, but you still ask them to be beside you and stand beside you and walk with you and help guide you and send you direction that you need to be in. Sometimes when you go into the meditative state and the place seems unknown, know that if it seems a little freaky or whatever, just know that you just tune into my voice and listen to me and know that you're not alone. Okay. That spirit guides are with you and my voice is with you also. Okay. So just pay attention to my voice because you might drift off and start, no matter what I'm saying to you, you might just drift off a little bit and start going on your own little journey, and that's okay too. So if you're like, oh my God, what's this? What am I seeing? That's a little creepy. I don't understand it or whatever. If you feel like you're going to panic, just go back to listening to my voice again and it'll help calm you down and get back on track to where you need to be. I think I'm forgetting something important that I wanted to say. Maybe not. It has something to do with the meditation. All right. I think that's it. So if anybody has any questions now before we get started, let me know now, and then we'll start talking in the meditation. And I'll give you guys a couple minutes too. Well, I'll answer any last minute questions and re-chat for a second. So if anybody that wants to go, sit in a place that's comfortable, even if it's go and sit in your car in the dark, you know what I'm saying? Wherever it is, pretend you're taking a nap and go lay down in bed. Oh, see, kids with no kids at home, perfect timing.
Spiritual bears.
Okay. Do you believe in past life could be a life from another planet? Yes, I do. When I first started my path on my journey, I thought that was odd. I didn't know whether to believe it or not. I think I've evolved enough to know that I've learned that not to deny what anybody else thinks or feels because they're probably correct. And the more I'm involved, I definitely do believe that. I do. All right, so I think I'm going to do is let me see if I
go use your
can.
bed while you're reading to us.
If you want to, go right ahead.
Pillow, blanket.
I know you'll fall right to sleep. Let me see some of your comments. My father once shared he was perhaps a higher status. He was traveling along a Celtic road and then wouldn't share again. Is it okay to share what that when mom died, she said she chose not to come back. That life was too hard now. That's up to her too. I mean, she might change her mind when she gets to the other side. This life probably was hard for her. It probably was. Listen, I don't think all of us have hard lives. All right. I don't know anybody that, even if they feel like, they should be happy, they're more well off than us. You know what I'm saying? They have everything you think they need in the world. That doesn't mean their life is perfect on the inside. So I think we all struggle in different forms in different ways. So she might have really, really had a very hard life here, might need a break, a reset, regroup, spend some time with their loved ones on the other side, and then come back.
I'm sure she's there standing by Gail.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Family is always around. Always, always.
Kelly said
Kelly,
this is her first time.
Okay. Don't worry if it doesn't. So I stay so keyed up, I feel as if I can never relax. I'm telling you, Kelly, it's a practice. I was diagnosed with OCD, but it's not OCD with like obsessive cleaning. It's obsessive thinking. All right. So for me to do small tasks sometimes is hard because I overthink. My brain does not stop. I overanalyze everything over and over and over and over again. So I completely understand. That's why I said I learned how to meditate, but it was very hard. So even if it helps you relax enough where you can just go with the flow, it's okay. You might not get all the answers you need, but your subconscious will pick it up. Yeah, I get it, girl. It took me a long time. Like I said, don't forget, if thoughts come in your mind, just let them play out. Don't try hard to push it out. Don't tell yourself meditate, because guess what? You're not going to meditate. If you happen to fall asleep, you fall asleep. It's okay. All right. Just let your body relax. Whatever comes to you, comes to you. All right. Just finish your thought, push it off to the side, and go back to where it is that you need to be. Just relax. How long is this process? I don't know. Maybe meditation altogether 15, 20 minutes. I don't know. It'll feel like you're gone for hours in it, but it's not too long. I thought it was cool when I did a past life regression a long time ago. Oh, good, Lori. Make sure you write this down this time. All right. You probably won't be the same as the last time, but hey, it might be. Maybe you have some unresolved, something that you remember that you need to go back to, but you'll probably will figure out a different one. Yeah, go ahead. Go pee, Karen. Go ahead. Go pee. Let me get my notes and stuff together. Yep. Actually, what I'll do is, while I'm getting everything ready, I'll turn on the music. We'll test the music now. And the music will help slow down your mind a little bit. Okay? Let me know if that's too loud or not loud enough. Because I have no idea what it sounds like to you guys. Oh my goodness, please. I'm going to freak out. That phone rings. What if there's a way I can shut it off?
Well, you can turn the volume all the way up.
No, I want them to hear this.
Oh, okay, then. Well, I swipe down. I see where the speaker thing is, and I shut it off.
No, I don't want to shut that off. I meant like
No.
if my phone rings. So it doesn't interrupt the sound, the music.
You're talking through it. It's not your phone, so you can.
No, I can't. I'm playing the music on the phone.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. You can. Oh, you can't hear it. Okay, all right. You don't hear it still? Can you guys hear it now? Oh, you know what? My microphone's right here. Let me know if you can hear it now. All it is soft music playing in the background. Is it too loud now? I can turn it down. Is it too loud? Hey, Rocco. Huh? Is it choppy? All right. You might be behind a little bit. Oh, that sounds like shit. Oh. Does that sound like poo poo? A little. Is it still sound choppy? Oh. All right, let me see if I can find another one. Hold on, y'all. If not, we might have to do it no music. Mom, can you turn that down, please? All right. Mama, can you turn that down, please?
Not above. Stop yelling at me, kid. Okay, I turned the lights down and got comfortable in the recliner. My dog started looking at me. This was wouldn't come to me. Like breeze. Come over. It's almost there, but
I don't know if that sounds. Is this still choppy? Okay. Screw the music. That's all right.
want me to sing? You are my sunshine.
All right, no worries. Next time I'll have to figure out something better. All right, not a big deal. We'll make it work, right? We'll make it work. If y'all happen to have something to play in the background, go for it. If not, it's okay. All right. So I'm going to, let's see if I can do this. I want to make myself small. I don't want solo layout. I want.
What do you want small?
All right, I'm going to turn my camera off. All right. So you guys won't see me moving around. I was trying to see if I can drop it little in the center, but it doesn't look like it's going that way. All right. Ditching the music was better. Yeah, because if it's choppy and from what it sounded like listening to my mom's, Yeah, that's going to be very distracting, and that's not going to be very comforting. And that's okay. Oh, this is another thing when you go to start the meditation. Know that your body's just calmed down and you're not fully asleep. So you're still going to be aware of all your surroundings and everything around you. If you're able to, unless you're waiting for a phone call, right now is a good time to shut off your phone. And let me make sure I shut mine off so it doesn't distract you guys. It's a good time to turn down your phone. So then that way you won't get jerked right out of it, because that will happen. A big bang or anything happens or a phone rings, it's going to jerk you right out of it. What?
Charlie girl, they thought it was her mother or something that walked by her. She said, remember she said she had felt the breeze?
Oh, she did. She said, never mind, my son just walked by me. I asked him if he had just walked by me a minute ago, and he said, yes, I had to poop.
Always something, right?
Oh my God. Actually, maybe I'll go use the potty break before I go. You guys want to talk to my mama for a minute until I get back?
No.
Yeah, mama, you can talk to him for a minute. I'm going to use the bathroom. I don't want to have to be distracted once we get going. So it's a good time for you guys to get yourselves ready and relax.
You know, this chair is rolling it back. Holy cow. Hi, everybody. Looks like my hair is dividing up, huh? I'm turning gray again. I don't like this at all. I should just cut it off and shave my head like Rob does. You know? But anyways, how's everybody? Drink the bottle that says small. Why would I do that? Relax, everybody. Just lay down. Close your eyes. Do all that good stuff. You can use a pillow. You can use a blanket. Whatever makes you feel more comfortable. Some people like it warm. Some people like it cool. Some people like it whatever. Just remember, just let your mind go and let it take you wherever it wants to. But in order to do that, you've got to get rid of all your negative energy and everything else. You'll be okay. Kendra, it is good to see you too. Iris wanted to be small. You like my nails, Charlie girl? Yeah, we were discussing it. I say they're more like teal, and yesterday they said they were blue, so maybe they're blue. It's my idea of it's teal, but it's got sparkles and yeah, some dark blue dots in it too, I suppose. Now that I have it on, I think it's too bright for this old lady face. But anyways, so everybody relax. Here comes Iris. She's going to make it loud so that you can't.
She hit me. See that? Abuse. All right. I'm going to turn the camera off again now. What got on your shirt? A piece of tape?
Yeah.
Probably Belani. She didn't have no tape today that I know of. All right.
Say it was today. I took it out of the laundry.
Oh, look at that. I got my hair stuck. All right. Oh, you like my mama's nails?
Metallic.
Yes. It's a very pretty blue. All right. Right now is a good time to make sure you find a nice, comfortable place.
You're small now.
So if you guys get distracted or your mind starts wandering, like I said, just let your thoughts, whatever you're going through, go through the motions and just come back to where you're at before. Don't overthink it. Don't overstress this. If this is your very first time trying meditation and all you achieved out of it was just relaxing and maybe even falling asleep, that's okay, because that's a good start. Okay. So don't worry about it. Don't overstress about it. Don't tell yourself meditate. Come on, just meditate, concentrate. Because guess what? You're not gonna. Just go with the flow. Okay. Hi, Mare. Welcome in, honey. No, you're fine. We're just about ready to start the meditation. After I get started, I won't be looking at the comments or responding, so I don't want nobody to think that I'm ignoring them. Okay, it's just so I can concentrate and not get sidetracked myself. All right. The first thing that we're going to do is, though, we're going to take a bunch of deep breaths, and this is going to help us be able to relax a little bit, so you can try to get into the meditation. I need you to take a few deep breaths in. Take a big breath in through your nose and hold it for 5 seconds. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then slowly release from your mouth. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do this a few times. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. And slowly release from your mouth. Take a deep breath in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. And slowly release from your mouth. 2, 3, 4, 5. Do this a couple more times. One more time. We'll do it again. A deep breath in through your nose. And slowly exhale through your mouth. We're going to count back from 10 to 1. 10. Your eyes are relaxing. You can close them if you want. 9. Your body is loosening, becoming unstrung from your soles of your feet. 8. Up your legs in your torso, resting and letting go of stress. 7. Your chest, your back, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your fingers are relaxing. 6. Your neck, the back of your head, your ears, your face, your mouth, your nose, and your eyes are releasing. 5. The crown of your head eases and loosens the muscles. 4. Your whole body slackens. And 3. You feel a comfortable, light floating sensation. 2. You're in a trance state. You're weightless. 1. You feel light and comfortable and safe. I invite you to step into an environment that makes you feel safe and peaceful. It can be the woodlands, it can be a garden, it could be in a meadow, a beach, a mountainside, a place you remember, or a place that you have made up. Experience the sights and the sounds that are around you, the smells, the feelings, and even the taste, if inappropriate, until this scene seems real to you. You will come upon a path. You're meandering through your scene, and if you like, you can follow that path. It takes you deeper into a trance with every step you take. The sights and sounds are more vivid, and the smells around you seem more pleasant. The feelings are more comfortable. This is your dreamscape. This is your safe place. If you like, you can tell what you're experiencing and how it makes you feel inside your mind. Gather in the scenario that you're moving into deeper into the experience with each step you take. You may now step into a sacred area of your own inner landscape. There is some kind of structure. Perhaps it's a temple in the center. It feels both safe and sacred to you. It is your own inner resource, a recording of all that your soul experiences through eternity. Explore this environment around the structure, but do not go inside just yet. Enjoy using all your senses. Note what you see and what you hear, the smell, the feel, and even if it tastes. If you like, you may now share within yourself what you're experiencing within you. I invite you to notice the benign figure in your sacred place. It can take any form you like. It can be an ancestor. It can be a spirit guide. Or it can be your own higher self. Perhaps a vision of your deity. Is it a deity? Is it a vision of your own self? Is it your guardian angel, or is it your spirit guide? It may feel familiar or it may feel new. And it feels loving, helpful, and safe. Spend some time with this being and pay attention to how you feel, what is said, and what is exchanged between you. You have come here for a special purpose, to discover a part of your soul self, perhaps a life lived before this present life. This knowledge exists deep within your soul, and you can retrieve this, whatever you need to know, whatever you need to learn in this past life might have you on your own present life, and what connects you, you might have with the people in this life that came from a previous life, or perhaps what karma is being balanced in this life. Your higher self is within you, making this a safe experience no matter what has happened before. And when you are ready, you may wish to visit inside this temple where you can discover your past lives. Step inside the temple. And upon entering it, you may discover a long, curving hall of mirrors. Even if the structure appears small on the outside, you might find that is a vast on the inside, and the mirrors might look different, from some frame in dark wood and some in light or other materials. Some of the mirrors might be ornate or some might be plain, and some of the frames decorated or carved. There may be some mirrors that are oval and some rectangular and some irregular shapes. Each one could appear different than the others. The mirrored hall seems to curve on endlessly, perhaps in a spiral through the temple. And as you look into these mirrors, you might see versions of yourself at different ages in your life. You might even see yourself in a familiar mirror from your childhood or teen years. And then again, As you continue down the curving hall, you may see older versions of yourself as you appeared in other lifetimes you've experienced. You may find yourself drawn to one particular mirror. And when you are ready, you may approach that mirror. The mirror may show you a clear vision of yourself in another time. The mirror may turn to a soft mist. And like Alice through the looking glass, you may wish to walk through the shimmering surface. And on the other side of the mirror, you may experience yourself as you once were, knowing that your higher self is acting as a guardian and guide you and making this visit safe. You may feel a sense of time shifting as you visit your past. Know that you will be guided safely back to the present when you're ready. I invite you to turn around and observe yourself in the mirror from this side. What do you look like? Can you tell what gender you are? What is your race? What age do you think you are? What is your size and your body type? Do you notice any distinctive or physical characteristics? What are you wearing? You may look down and notice your feet. Are you barefoot or wearing shoes? What do the shoes look like if you are wearing shoes? What does the ground look like that's around you? Know that the mirror portal will remain where it is, and it'll be easy to find when you're ready to leave. You might now wish to move into this new environment and explore. What are you seeing right now? What are you able to hear around you? Is there any type of smells? How is this environment making you feel? Are you able to taste the air? What are you feeling emotionally? Notice what's around you. Can you ascertain what period of history you might be in right now? Perhaps you're noting the terrain or the structure of a building, or if there was kind of modes of transportation, clothing from other people. Can you hear voices? What are they saying? Is there music? What are you feeling physically? What is the temperature like? How's the weather? Do you get a sense of your place in this environment? Where you might live? What your place in society might be? What work you do? What are your skills and talents? Do you have an idea what your name is? Or what kind of family you come from? Is your family around you? Do you recognize the people that you see? So now start thinking, what are your dreams? What are your fears? And what are your passions? Look more into yourself. Are there any people in your environment or any special animals that you recognize? Pay attention to your surroundings. And what is your relationship to them? And what is occurring between you? What important events are happening to you? Are you making any decisions? Pay attention to the direction you're going. And if you like, you can keep moving around to any period in this time to explore your time in this life. What is emerging for you? And now that you've taken a little bit of time to explore your surroundings around you and who you were in this life and what you're doing in this life, let's move forward to your death in this past lifetime and know that your soul is a spiritual being having a human experience that flows in and out of different life forms throughout all eternity. Because death is nothing to fear, it is simply a gateway between lives and the interlife between the lives. Your higher eternal self will be there to guide you through this experience as always. How did you die in this lifetime? And what were you feeling about this process? What may have changed after you went through this process? Now you see your soul self in the internal life, the safe and healing space we retreat to between our lifetimes. What is it like for you? What do you perceive about this place? Is it familiar? Do you recognize anybody else there with you? The interlife can be a place to heal and review our life. This is a special place to heal from the traumas of life. Review what we have learned and what we shall still need to learn, and perhaps to understand how karma worked through this lifetime, and even make new agreements about the future. So now, for a moment, you're between lifetimes, recognizing the mirrored versions of yourself, moving gently between who you once were and who you are now. What lessons have you learned from this past lifetime? What lessons might be carrying over to your current lifetime? Do you recognize anyone from this past lifetime to your present lifetime? What agreements have you made with them? Are there any issues that you're still being worked out? If the person you were from the other life could talk to you now, what would she or he have to say to you? What do you need to do to bring healing to the past and present? Is there any resistance between this past life and your current life? It is now time to start returning to your full awareness in your outer environment, the here and now, and know that what is held within is always there. You will find that you remember everything that has occurred on this journey. And you may find that the more information will come to you as you progress, the information to support your wholeness and continued growth in healing. Begin by thanking your higher self, the living bridge between you and the divine, for guidance and protection. Know that this sense of helping being is always there when you need it. It is divine and the eternal part of you. You may also wish to thank that part of yourself that you just visited for his or her presence in this journey. Reassure them that they are remembered and their experience is honored. Now find yourself back in the Hall of Mirrors. You may retreat from this place back down the path you have enjoyed earlier, leading back to your outer world. You may, if you want, look back over your shoulder and see the sacred place shimmering. It is always there, and you may come back at any time. The discovery of yourself is endless adventure. And as I count back from 10 to 1, you will feel more and more in your body and more aware of your physical surrounding. 10. Feeling relaxed and good. 9. A sensation and feeling returning to your physical body. 8. Feeling stronger and healthier. 7. You begin to stretch your muscles. 6. Feeling the vitality of your body through every fiber of your being. 5. feeling a sense of well-being and contentment. 4, you're feeling more alert. 3, movement is easy. 2, you're feeling mentally alert and refreshed. 1, you may now open your eyes and you may now feel well and rested. So once everybody's back, if you have anything you'd like to share, I would like to hear, excuse me, some of your experiences if you're able to have any. Iris, I did see something, but can you tell me what I did wrong, please? What do you mean? You didn't do anything wrong. I did see something, but what did you see? Because it's your first time, it might have been hard to go through the whole experience, especially if you're not really used to meditating. So if you got something, it was still important, even no matter how small it might have seemed. Oh, Lori said I was a little girl about 7 or 8 years old with brown pigtails. Oh, how cute. So what area were you in? What area? What era were you in? Were you able to tell? Were you a happy little girl? Were you a sad little girl? Like I said, some things you won't really understand now, and then a day or two from now, you'll be like, "Oh, I get it. Okay, that makes sense. All right." Sean said, "I saw myself in a forest near a cabin. I heard people speaking off in the distance, but I never saw anyone. Sound like an old ancient language. But then I saw a castle and said that was mine or my castle." Oh, nice. Nice. So was the cabin you're visiting, or I don't know, like a hunting lodge, or you just noticed that you had stature and that you lived somewhere more grand? Karen said, I see myself with, I think, my grandpa, but I could not see my face. I was trying so hard to see my face, and I came back out of meditation. That's okay. That's okay. So you know that, and your grandpa was there with you, or he was there with you in that past life too. So you guys have that connection. And not seeing faces is not uncommon. Like when I see spirit, faces scare me. So it's rare that I see a face, to be honest with you. I was in the countryside and I heard music like bagpipes or something, and it felt like I was in Ireland or Scotland. I was a happy girl. Oh, that's awesome. That's nice. That carefree spirit. Mayor said, the only thing I saw when I got to the hallway was a bright light. I feel like I can't let go of so emotions and I won't let myself feel. Okay, but that's a start, Mayor. That's actually a really big start, and that's good. That's good. And sometimes fear holds us back. All right. So if you practice more meditation and get to learn to heal and connect with yourself, it'll be easier to go on your journey. And a lot of times when you go on your journey, you always ask your spirit guides to go with you. And the reason is because of fear. Sometimes we're afraid of the unknown. We're afraid to see what might be there. So that's why we asked ourselves, how did it make us feel? You know what I'm saying? What was that feeling that we had? Kim said, kids came home about the time I got down the mirror hallway. I was too distracted after that. It's understandable, Kendra. That's how life goes, right? I didn't think I was ever going to get started because my granddaughter kept coming in. And the whole time I was going, please, 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 please don't try barging in or banging at the door. It's me, Milani. Foxy said, I was walking down a dusty main road wearing a dress like from Tombstone. I felt like I was heading to work in a brothel. Oh, Rhonda, there you go, girl. So you're the boss at the brothel. Is it something you voluntarily wanted to do, or did it feel kind of forceful?
Were you having fun?
Sean said the cabin was just there, four walls. Oh, four walls of books. And I think they're books about me, my past lives, but no mirrors. I feel like the books were my mirrors. Absolutely. Oh, okay. That means you're tapped into your Akashic records. That's good. So next time you want to go check out anything from your life experience, you go right back there because that's your Akashic records from what it sounds like. Lori said, I felt like it was early 1900s and I was twirling around at one point. And oops, it went up. I was goats and sheep.
Or did she? I was there. I saw.
I think she was with the goats and sheep. It was around there.
wow.
Oh, Karen says I was about 8 years old in an open field and I was African-American girl. Awesome. So when you're 8 years old, in the field, what did the landscape look like? What was that feeling? Were you happy, not happy? You know where your parents were? And Lloyd said, I felt so relaxed and safe where I was. Oh, that's good. Sean says, I felt like I was in a time period of the 8th century. Oh, nice. Karen said, I felt a lot of love and I was very happy. Oh, nice. It sounds like a lot of you guys, and probably because some of the stresses that's going on in this life, you needed to go back to a place when at a period of time where you felt happy, which is good. So you guys can remember that, and think about it. If you're remembering a period when you're very young, that's innocence, that happiness. Charlie Girl said, I saw myself as an African-American 6-year-old girl on a plantation in the 1800s. I was given the task of hearing for the smaller children that traveled in the plantation house. I had a secret relationship. Ooh, okay.
Who was it?
Fox said, no, felt voluntary, but not a boss. Okay. Well, that's good. That's a good feeling to know that you had control in your life at that time. Spiritual Bear said, just strange though, if it was 700s AD, how can I have that many books about past lives from that period already? All right. So no, I think you got you instead of looking at mirrors, you're in the Akashic records, and that's many, 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 many lifetimes, even before that, even universal. It's every experience you have within the spiritual realm or within the physical realm. Iris, I saw goats and sheeps in the fields. Oh, that's nice. Do you know what time frame it was? I don't know if you already answered. Oh, Karen said it was in the early 20th century. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, so one of my past lives, I was African male. And I can remember, I don't know what area it was, but I don't know what time frame it was. But whatever it is, they're able to blast through rock. Okay, because there was one big like mountainside that you could tell they blasted. All right, now the area I was in, it was early in the morning. I was really elderly too, and I was murdered in this past life, but it was really early in the morning and we were waiting for people to show up for some kind of betting, some kind of races of betting. I don't know if it was horse races, dog races, I don't really know. I do know they had like the kind of like the first kind of picnic tables out there. Everything was, wooden, like the building shack or whatever. And I went, all right, so I was so elderly that it was almost like I was retired. So I earned my right just to have freedom to roam around and do what I wanted to do. I remember seeing another little boy there who had just got hit in the face by their master or whatever you want to call him, and he had a shiner. And me being, oh boy, I remember being your age, just don't be like me, keep your mouth shut and mind your manners, something to that effect, I said. And I kind of like giggled and went on because I was like a carefree. I was happy. I was happy that happy I was able to live a long life. Everybody respected me like I earned my keep, so I was good. So I was basically able to be nosy, and I knew everything was going on, and everybody knew I wouldn't there say anything, except I went way back in the woods nosing around, and I seen going down the mountainside. They look like they were doing, I don't know, going to mines for something. I don't know what it was. I have no idea. But I ended up seeing these two people out there, and they said I got too close and too nosy, and they felt bad, but now they got to take me out, and they ended up hitting me over the head, and I died there. And I remember dying, feeling like, oh, I'm dying happy. I lived a nice long life. It was the strangest thing ever, but that was my experience. All right, let me go back to what you guys were saying.
Go back to Charlie.
Yeah, with their son. Charlie goes with their son, who was the same age. Fast forward a few years, there were fiddles playing and lots of dancing. It was my wedding. I passed an old age from something to do with my lungs. Oh, okay, all right. Lori said, Spiritual Beard, you were in your Akashic records, like Iris said. Yep, absolutely. And she said, Spiritual Beard, you can get a lot of information there. I go to my Akashic records and I ask questions. Sean said, I also did magic in the cabin. I put a thought in my head, moved my arms and hands in different directions, and made the cabin bigger. I know it sounds like I watched too much Harry Potter. Don't worry. I am not crazy. I don't think you're crazy. So it sounds like you guys all had really good experiences when they're able to get them. If you weren't able to get one, that's okay. And maybe it was only a blip that you could have seen, and that's okay too. At least you have an idea where you were. And I'm happy to see that the ones of you that spoke had a positive experience. And it seems like quite a few of you guys were younger and you remember a time of happiness and peace. And it was that time of innocence, which is good. So I'm glad if a lot of you guys was your first experience, that it was a happy experience. Sound like something banged out there, but I'm not really too sure. Does anybody have any other questions or any input they want to share? Some of the times I usually would pause a little bit longer, but because it was on live stream and I don't know if I could hold your attention as long. You know what I'm saying? But I know it was long enough where you guys can get blips. The spiritual, Lori, Spiritual Bear, when you are in your Akashic records, you can go into your past life and you can ask questions about your past life. It's so neat in there. It really is. Spiritual Bear said, I was having a slight trouble getting there, but I figured out if I focused on me twirling my thumbs and what felt like I made it a lot easier for me to reach that place. Oh, nice. So next time you go there, it'll get easier and easier. Karen said, I wish I could have seen what she looked like. I know. So, all right. So Karen, now that it's fresh in your mind, when you go to sleep tonight, try to envision her in your dreams. Try to envision her in your dreams and you'll get a better idea. Or in a couple days, you might just know. You just might know. Oh, I already know. I recognize that little girl. Oh, thank you, Lori. Like I said, there's a lot of good ones that you could probably find online that you could do again that will have nice meditation. It's really relaxing. Or if you remember the area that you just walked through, went through today, just remember your breathing exercise. Just go on the path, find that where your special place is, because every place was different. And just go through the same building and find the same mirrors again, and maybe the landscape will change next time. So you already know the steps and how to get there. Oh, you're welcome, Charlie girl.
See what Sean said?
Sean said, it is a normal thought that I was, is it normal thought that I was the only one there? No spirit guides, no other people, just me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
usually
Yep.
the only one there.
Yep. Absolutely. That is completely normal. Especially since, and that makes sense, especially since that's your Akashic records. That's your place. Everybody's experience and how they visualize and see things is different. So not only did you get to go see where your Akashic records are for you, because everybody visions their Akashic records different, okay? And nobody's right or wrong on that. Everybody taps into it differently. But you're also able to know what time period that one of your past lives were, and that you may or may not have status. Oh, Kendra's like, I was alone too. Yep, that's okay. Mayor said, thank you, Iris. The light was warm and I wasn't scared. Oh, that's good. See, that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling. So, Mayor, whatever place that you pictured, envisioned in that comfortable state, that means that's your safe place. So if you ever want to go to meditate or just to relax some night when you're going to sleep, go back to that area so you know that's your safe place. That's your safe area. You can ask your guides or your ancestors to be with you. Sometimes you won't see them with you, but you'll know they're there. So whenever I go in a meditation, I have my guides with me, especially if it's a deep meditation. I ask my spirit guides to be with me, and I know they're standing behind me. Okay, so I don't ever see them. I'm taking my journey alone, but they're there for support behind me. Sean said,
Start with the one above, though.
Karen said, is it normal to feel exhausted now after doing this? Wow, I'm so tired right now. Oh, yeah, that's normal. Yep. Sometimes when that happens, what helps is something called a chakra dump, or for one, it could just relax you enough where you can go to sleep. Or if it's like a lot of energy and it's just too much, you can do something called a chakra dump, and you just get on your hands and knees, like you're bowing down, and put your forehead right to the earth. And all the excess energy and everything will go right in there, and you can feel refreshed, and eat something too. A lot of times you ground yourself when you're done, or go eat something, and that helps ground you too. Spiritual Bear said, Kendra, we can go meet up and then party together looking at her records, right? Yeah. I think my mom's very first one that she did, I don't think you got anything, right?
I don't think so with the first one.
Yeah, I think with the first one you didn't
But
get
I
anything.
got the light like
Yeah.
Bear did.
Yes, I remember you said you saw like colors and stuff, and that's okay. That's a start. That's a start.
If you've never done it before, yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes we don't either, because we're trying so hard, we can't do it. And if you just get so relaxed that you fall asleep, that means you're in a step in the right direction. Well, I'm glad that some of you guys were able to get something from it. And if you weren't able to today, that's okay. That's okay. Try again another time. You can do it by yourself. You can do it guided. Especially new, guided's a little bit easier, because with guided meditation, with somebody speaking, it keeps you focused. All right. And then once you get experience, you can go off on a journey and do it by yourself. All right. So before I end, because it's almost 2-hour mark now. So before I end, does anybody have any questions? Oh, you're welcome, Karen.
Looks like Kendra's going with Spiritual Bear party.
Lori says I was able to get info the first time I did the past life regression, even though I wasn't in a comfortable position. Oh, I'm glad. And if you can, write things down just so you're able to remember it, so someday you can go back and look at it. And I guarantee you, because I know with me, I'm like, something didn't make sense, or, I just realized like within a couple days, it just like I knew. I don't know how to explain it, but I just like knew.
Spiritual Bear's lying. That's what he said.
Says Iris, you're an awesome teacher. I have been having, my mother says you're lying. Iris, you're an awesome teacher. I have been having the hardest time at getting to my records the past year. Thanks for the guided meditation. See, and you got there. That's perfect. Ginger said, thank you, Rice. I'm going to go listen and try again later.
After the kids are in bed.
Yeah. Kelly goes like, when can we do this again? Lori says, Iris, can you do a separate video with the meditation you just did so we can do it again? Yeah, so yes, of course I can. Yep. I wish I could get somebody to do it for me because I know I don't have the best voice for it. You know what I'm saying? I was younger, not
Want me to do
smoking. You have a smoker's voice too, Mama.
I have a very sexy voice when you listen to a meditation.
Spiritual Bear said, Iris, I'll have to send you an email to explain it more detail about that magic in me. Oh, Sean, I would love to hear it. I would love to hear it. Oh, thank you, Charlie girl. Oh, hey, Amanda, sweetheart. Oh, no problem, Lori. No problem. I'm glad some of you guys enjoyed it. Oh, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. All right, y'all. So I think it's time to say goodbye until the next time. All of a sudden, I feel relaxed. Oh, you know what? I hope I wasn't going too fast towards the end. I could tell my dog was having a nightmare. And I was thinking, how can I go pet my dog to get him out of the nightmare and still be talking? So I was kind of feel like I was starting to rush a little bit, and then my dog stopped. And then part of me was thinking, I wonder if I put my dog into a past life too. I don't think that happened, but that kind of did cross my mind. Brenda said, Iris, remember that lady from my dream that I thought was from Portugal? Well, that lady was there at the beach and she was an Indian. Oh, nice, Brenda. Okay. Did you feel like, well, obviously you felt like you knew her, but did you feel like she was family, or did she feel like she was a close friend or somebody that was there to pass a message on to you? Karen says, so Iris want to know when you can do this again. Oh, Iris, sorry. Some wants to know when you can do this again. What I can do is I will make a video of the meditation, so then that way you guys can go back to it whenever you want. How about that?
You could probably try
Yeah.
cutting it out of this one.
Maybe I'll have to go back and listen to it in case, see if I messed up or not. Oh, thank you, Andrea. That's very kind of you, sweetheart. That's very kind of you, honey. Oh, wait, why don't you have a wrench on? Let me get back in here and put on the wrench for you. I think it would have been better if I could have got that music to work. And I was thinking, because my traffic is loud, and I was hoping so bad that wasn't over distracting.
Sirens and stuff. Oh my gosh.
Was there sirens?
No, I said.
Oh, hoping
It's a
so
good thing
bad
it
that
didn't
wasn't
show.
over distracting. Turn it down. Turn it down. The cat. Talk. My cat.
Open the door. Look at Daisy watch.
Oh, she was family. Nice. Could you tell like what time period it was, Brenda, or your age, or their age, or get a name? I'm not good with names. I'll admit it. I ain't good when it comes to names. Oh, you didn't need music? Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, y'all. So we're hitting the 2-hour mark. I'll see you guys tomorrow night for Thursday readings and get messages from our spirit guides. I hope you guys have a good night, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Have a great night, you guys.